74-69, your final score. Norfolk State stays perfect in conference play here tonight with the win over South Carolina State. Coach Rob Jones joins us now on the post-game show. And Coach Jones, a very difficult ball game. We know it was happening on the road. We said you have to be 10 points better than the next team. We only were 5 points better. That was our largest lead of the night. But no matter what happens, you get the win. And I know you're happy to get home.
Yeah, we trying to get out of here. I mean, the road is always tough. You know, I tell the guys that I know I said the last interview probably that it's going to get tougher and tougher the more wins you get. As long as you still have that 0 in your win and your loss column, teams are going to be playing their best against you. And credit to South Carolina State. You know, they came out and played very, very hard. You know, they did some things to try to win the game. You know, and you know, but kudos to my guys for battling and being resilient and you know and understanding that this is going to be a long journey and this is going to be a tough journey to get what we want to get.
I think what's big for us tonight is it might not show up at the end of the ball game. You might not have heard his name at the end of the ball game, but for the second straight ball game, Joe Bryant in the first half keeps you in the ball game.
Yes.
He had 11 points tonight, and he was 3 of 6 from the floor. More importantly, 2 of 3 from downtown. He hit one in the second half too. His ability to drive to the basket, get some players going was huge for us tonight.
Yeah, Joe. You know, Joe has some ability. Geez, I don't know if that was part of the interview, but Joe has some ability. You know, he can handle the ball. He can do some things. You know, sometimes he doesn't play at the fastest pace, and that's a little frustrating at times. But other than that, you know, he's going to be a solid player for us in the future and for the rest of the season as well.
We talked about what Joe did tonight, especially with foul trouble. 4 players ended up. 3 players ended up with 4, but Mustadi didn't play too much in the first half. He hit some big shots in the second half. Nick sat down, had a huge second half, 16 in the second half for us. He's been steady. He's really led the charge for us offensively.
Yeah, you know, Nick is stepping back up being the leader scorer that he is for this team. You know, Jamison had a great stretch, and now teams are paying a lot of attention to Jamison, which, you know, hopefully the balance of this team, you know, now it shifts back to Nick, and then now they start paying attention to Nick, and now Jamison hopefully will get off, you know, in the subsequent games. So, you know, it's just a thing that's happening right now. And also DJ, I think he was feeling the pressure a little bit of being like the leading scorer for this team in conference, and he's kind of rushing his shot. So we'll get back and we'll talk about it. You know, it's more of a mental check with him right now. I mean, he did shoot 2 for 5, 2 for 4 from 3, but he's just, you know, now every time he misses a shot, he kind of just hangs his head a little bit, and that's not what we want because he's one of the best shooters I've ever seen.
I think the difference between this year's team and some years past, we have guys who make big shots at big times, and I think Stephen Whitley struggled a little bit throughout the game. He had 12 points. He had 12 points. He had 4 turnovers, but he struggled to get in the flow of the ball game.
Yeah,
but that layup at the end really put us up.
Yeah, I tell him everybody should be able to make a layup, you know, and we ran a play for him to make a layup. You know, he struggled with his turnovers today, and he didn't have any assists, which is not a great thing at all. But, you know, he made a key play. Also, you know, he got a rebound down the stretch as well, too. So he made some key plays when it needed to happen. And, you know, he's a little hobbled, too, with his, you know, calf muscle or whatever it is. You know, so, you know, he'll be all right.
Well, most importantly, the number was 3 tonight. The 39%. We held them to 39%.
It's about time. It's about time we got back to 39%. You know?
And that's the magic number. They were 23 of 58. We were 23 of 54 for the night. We shot over 40%. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you on Saturday as we host Maryland Eastern Shore as we get set up to get Nick Thomas in tonight. And Nick Thomas, our Team Spartan Partners post-game player of the game. Again, another big night for him. 19 points for the junior from Texas as we welcome in Nick. Nick had 19 points tonight and really couldn't get things going in the first half due to foul trouble. But in the second half, you really got going 16 points.
Yeah, yep, I did. Second half.
It's tough when we get into foul trouble. I know it really takes you out of a rhythm because it looked like you had it going early in the ball game. Mm-hmm. You saw that first 3 go, and it looked like you were going to get going, but then the fouls happened. Talk a little about the team and staying together when we were down by 9, even when you were on the floor.
We just had to stay focused, bring a lot of energy still, because the game wasn't going our way at first because of the refs and stuff, so we had to stay. I'm good?
Yeah, you good.
All right, yeah, we had to stay focused and just come together as a team, so it really helped us out.
The last 2 ball games, you really found your aggressiveness. It seemed like you back to being yourself. 21 against Savannah State, 19 tonight. What's changed, or what have you gotten back to that see yourself working?
I got back in the gym because at first I was hurt because of my shoulder. I'm gaining a lot more confidence in my shoulder now, so yeah, my confidence level is back up now.
Hey, we get a couple of days to rest. This long bus ride back home. We got Maryland Eastern Shore on Saturday. I know you're excited about the challenge to get back on the floor, but this has been a great year. 11-10 now, 6-0. What do you guys have to do to keep that streak going?
We just got to stay focused on one game at a time. The ultimate goal is 16-0, but we just got to stay focused and stay together as a team and just keep working our tails off every day.
Well, these 2 games on the road showed a lot about our team's toughness. We were trailing by double digits down at Savannah State, and today was down by 9, still came up and won the game by 5 tonight. Congratulations to you and your team, and we'll see you on Saturday against Maryland Eastern Shore.
All right, see you then.
Thank you. That's Nick Thomas. He's the Spartan Partners post-game player of the game tonight. He ended up with 19 points, 11 for Joe Bryant off the bench, 12 for Stephen Whitley, 10 for Mastadi Pitt on the other side, 12 for Etienne Kennard, and 10 for Raynor Powell, the Virginia Beach native. But it wasn't enough as the Spartans remain perfect in conference play. 11-10 overall, 6-0 in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. We'll see you on Saturday as the Spartans host Maryland Eastern Shore. Game time for the ladies who won today is at 4 o'clock. The men will begin at 6. For everyone here, thank you for listening and watching NSU basketball right here on the NSU Sports Network.